On page 21 of our workbook, Overview of the Cognitive Cycle. The cognitive cycle shows how what goes on inside of us drives our choices, and these influence our outcomes. Vocabulary words. Deeply held beliefs may be triggered by stressful situations, leading to strong feelings and impulsive behaviors. I want to take a minute to give you a little bit of backdrop on the cognitive cycle. Told you it was talking about the brain, the critical thinking part. The brain, every time it has a thought, releases brain chemicals. Those chemicals can be positive chemicals. They can be negative. Okay? When they're negative, the studies have shown that it saps the brain of our positive properties. It slows our brain functions down. Ever heard of brain cramp? Okay? And it diminishes our brain functions. That's why when you have a test and you're anxious and you don't believe that you studied hard enough, your brain kind of freezes. It just zaps your brain of those ability to process. Okay? Also, these negative thoughts can lead to depression and other negative outcomes, things that we don't want to happen. However, when the brain is happy, it releases what's called endorphins. We have high energy. We're more aware of what's going on. And in most cases, we make better decisions. A lot of research out there now on being mindful, positive psychology. A lot of people doing yoga and meditation, getting in touch with their inner being. And meditation is also very popular. I dug a little bit deeper and I found a couple different studies that show on average a person has between 12,000 and 60,000 thoughts per day. That's a big number. I had to break it down to something a little bit more palatable. On average, we have about 3,000 thoughts per hour. So by the time we did this whole module, you would have had about 3,000 thoughts. That's about one thought per second. You had a thought, a thought, a thought. That is just overwhelming. Then to make bad matters worse, 80% of the thoughts that we have as human beings are negative. Just imagine, out of all those you just had another thought, 80% of those are negative. And then this one was astonishing. Based on the Lexington Institute, 95% of the thoughts that we had today were a repeat of the thoughts that we had yesterday. So we keep getting stuck in this cycle of negativity, negativity. Oh, new thought. Negative, negative, negative. Eventually we'll have a positive one to try to counteract, or we'll remember something. And so our hope is that when you finish this module and some of the subsequent modules, that we can do something about that stinking thinking. 80%? Really? We can do better than that. Okay? So, as we look at the cognitive cycle, we want to start with the top. Okay? I'm going to pause the video here